was moving my microphone up.
So I'm a techie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know everything about tech.
You know, you're a techie, but we've always joked that you're like the most, I don't know how to word it. When it comes to IT,
yeah.
like actual IT of like troubleshooting computers or problems or something, I wouldn't say that's your forte.
No, that's the thing is like there's so many components to
being techie. Like are you up to date on new technology, on AI? Do you read? Are you educated? Do you do research?
Yeah, do we own a software company?
Can you fix a server room?
No. I'm not a server
are
DevOps.
Devices connected that shouldn't be, and you don't know how to disconnect it or reconnect it or delete?
TV.
Yeah.
No, come on, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. So I actually am a little bit perplexed. So we last week we had our our annual board meeting at the Lakeshore, which is our getaway cottage. Last weekend. So it's like 25 units, and everyone gathers around. And so it's been historically where we've gotten really shitty or no notes for the thing. And so there's all
no
these
notes.
no notes. And so there's all these like AI note takers that are out there. And I thought, you know what? As part of like building out Kaloop and building out these tools that help us, whatever, I thought, you know what? I really should try one of these note takers and try it at the meeting and just see how it works, how it summarizes everything, and if there's value in it altogether. So I did research and I ordered this one, and it's called Plod. And I feel like it's a play off of Claude.
It must be.
But it's like Plod.
Well, and also people are probably sitting here going, why do you have something physical in your hands if you're watching the video? It is a physical device.
It is a super thin, it almost feels like
a floppy disk.
Like a steel Amex card.
Or that. Floppy disk, steel Amex.
Well, this is nothing like a floppy disk, just so you know.
But so
you probably never even held a floppy disk. I held
a floppy disk.
What? No, in a museum?
No, I have held a floppy disk.
Okay.
Excuse my hoarse voice, everyone.
What size is a floppy?
It's like a square.
Right. Was it hard or soft?
It's pretty flimsy.
Okay. Because there's a 5.5, right? That's what we would call the floppy disk. It's the black. They only came in black. They were like thin plastic, and there was a disk inside of it.
Yeah, and it bended.
And then they came out with a 3. Then they came out. Actually, that might have been like a 5.25. Then they came out with a 3.5, which is like a hard plastic with a little metal thing that slid. Okay. Did yours have a little metal thing that slid?
Mine had a circle in the center.
They all have circles in the center.
Okay, cool. Look, I remember the floppy disk. Anyway,
all right.
What I was going to say is that for this meeting takes place outdoors. So it's not like it's on, and we don't really do hybrid or virtual. You're either there in person or you're not there.
So we're not using any tech. So
right.
So this card was the thing. So this came in the mail.
That's the most techie thing for an untechie meeting.
Right. And so I'm bummed because I didn't get to use it. But
well, it literally delivered. So, and we'll get into the details of the actual not the business portion of the belly laughing of the meeting, but
the laughing portion.
Yeah, I was not at the meeting. I was with Abigail inside, and a package.
That's a whole other thing. I got to get through the tech piece though.
But a package got delivered while you were at the meeting, and
you were able to get it. And you didn't bring it out to me, but you opened it. You got it all the way. What's interesting?
Well, I didn't know that a package was supposed to be arriving, and then one came, much to my surprise. And so I was shocked, and I opened the package because I thought, this must be important. I didn't know he was ordering anything to the lake. It must have been something he needed today.
Right.
And so I opened it. Sure as shit, it's a note taker. And I was like, oh, he probably needs this right now. And so I texted you and said, your AI note taker is here. Do you need it? But then I thought to myself, this thing takes setup. There's not just a button where you turn it on and it
No, there is just a button to turn it on.
That's all you do.
Yeah. But let me get into the issue is one, I haven't used it yet. I haven't used it yet because what's the first thing you do whenever you open up any new electronic device or package?
I throw something away. No, I left it all.
No. But what's the first thing you do when you buy a new electronic? That's battery powered.
Charge it,
right? So this came with a charger. Okay. And it's got this little handy 4-button thing, which goes here, right?
Okay.
And it's magnetic, so it's nice. And then it has this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Where the hell am I supposed to plug this into?
I don't know.
Seriously, this is a USB-C.
Old USB.
But
Yeah.
a computers, they don't have USB-Cs. They have USBs.
Well, our charging station at Maria has one.
This one has one here.
Does it really?
There you go. And I was going to say our little charging dock at home would allow that to plug
For the
in.
iPhone. So if you use an iPhone cube, this might plug into an iPhone cube.
Yeah.
And then plug into the wall.
Well, turns out you got 2 stations right here with Maria's.
Well,
help.
that computer is actually the default computer for everyone. So we have multiple of those everywhere.
There you go.
So, okay. So I guess I just overthink this then. And that there's availability everywhere. But this does
That
not
was
plug
what you
into
were
our
so
deck charger.
perplexed about.
Yeah, I'm just so surprised that it came with this when a USB is kind of more universal.
Right.
Like, and maybe they did this because you can also plug it into your phone. But I'm scared to plug this into the phone because I don't know what virus it's going to put into my phone.
Right.
Some AI technology that's going to take over everything.
Claude.
It's Claude, which is like Claude, but with a P.
Yeah. No.
By the
sounds a
way,
little too
most people
close.
don't know that Claude is actually a famous mathematician. Did I tell you this?
We talked about this. It was
Yeah.
a tribute to.
A tribute to, I think his last name was like Stevens or Claude Stevens or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he did his thesis in college based off of Boolean mathematics, which was everyone pretty much had dropped it or
Boolean,
Boolean,
like a Boolean cube.
a different type of Boolean, like ones and zeros.
Oh, the code.
Yeah.
The binary
like
code.
binary.
Why are
Yeah.
you calling it Boolean?
Because it's Boolean math. It's a totally different thing. Anyway, he did a whole thesis on it, and so they basically, I guess, just like Elon Musk named his company Tesla after
Tesla.
what's his first name?
That guy Tesla.
What's his first name?
Yeah, him.
Nikolai.
Nicola, I did know that.
If I would have said Joseph, you would have said, "Oh,
No,
I know
I
that."
wouldn't have.
Well, okay, because Nikolai's not it either.
What is it? Yes, it is.
It is. I totally missed an opportunity to get you on that one. So
No, I would have. Yeah.
yeah.
You could
First of
have.
all, go ahead.
You could have said Joseph, and I probably would have been like, "Oh," but you said Nikolai, and I was like, "Oh, I have."
Because
heard
Nikolai's
that.
cool. It sounds like someone whose last
He
name
did
should be Tesla.
He did get a cool name.
I mean, first of all, who else has the last name Tesla? I feel like his lineage tree was just like a stick.
That's funny.
That is pretty funny.
That's it. Just
I don't even think he had kids.
Nikolai Tesla.
He might have been married.
Elon Musk is just carrying on his legacy.
Oh, he's got like 18 kids.
No, I mean the name.
Oh, I thought you meant children.
No.
Like he's carrying on his legacy. 'cause
No,
he's got so
Elon
many kids.
Musk's family tree looks much different from Nikolai Tesla's.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. And his kids are all named weird stuff like numbers.
He's
and
sending
letters.
embryos to Mars.
No,
he's
he's not.
populating the new planets.
No, he's not.
I'm joking.
He probably is. He's probably got like little.
He's
little
planting them underground.
Actually, I read somewhere recently where Sam Altman had signed up for brain freezing. And so basically, right before he dies, they'll behead him, put his brain in this
Sam
cryo-freeze.
Altman signed up for this.
Yeah.
So we watched that documentary. I think we talked about it on here.
The AI documentary?
Yeah.
I don't know if we actually did.
Did we talk about the? Okay, Maria might remember.
Where it's like
so
the end of the world.
yeah, it was the anti-apocalypse or something like that.
Yeah, it was like the AI apocalypse, like becoming apocalyptic based off of what
Right.
AI is doing.
But it was many of the big players in the AI world. And Sam Altman was one of the people that came in for the interview, as well as the guy who's the CEO of Claude.
Of Anthropic.
Yeah, Anthropic. And,
OpenAI.
and
And there was one other one.
anyway, I was like, Sam feels really nice. I was like, he's like so friendly and genuine and smiling.
Yeah,
and he's
classic
not
psychopath.
panicked. And you were like, what's crazy is everyone says he's the one to watch out for.
Yeah, he is the.
But this brain
psychopath.
freezing thing is more in line with the.
Right, in order to be updated or uploaded into AI later when it's possible.
Yeah, that's
There's a lot of
wild.
people who are
He's
basically
about to have his
thinking-
first child. Well, at least
He's already had his
he
first
said he
child.
was
Yeah.
in the documentary. So the baby's been born.
I mean, I'm assuming so because I mean that documentary just came out, but I mean he must have been filmed 6 months ago.
Well, a woman's pregnant for 9 months, so we don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. It could be, but
probably
it sounded like they were
should
well
look.
enough along.
Yeah.
If she was in the first 3 months, I doubt that they would have
Shared
said
it
anything.
on the documentary. True,
Yeah.
true. But well, back to the meeting.
Yeah, back to the meeting that you didn't attend.
Sam Altman was not there. But your AI little token thing showed up. So you ran the meeting because it was your very first meeting as president.
As the president for the board, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you and a couple of our other neighbors that we've gotten really close to are the board. And you've done a ton of work on the community. And everyone was like super happy. And
It's such a positive, potlucky community church meeting.
And I missed it because Abigail
Yeah.
was having a conniption. She is a mommy's girl. Unless it's the weekend at the lake, then she's obsessed
Or nighttime.
with daddy.
Yeah.
It depends.
I think you are definitely the caretaker, and then I'm like the.
But the reason
reprieve.
I couldn't be there is because
She was
she was
screaming?
well, she was getting antsy, and if I had her in the stroller, and if I had her in my arms the whole time you were trying to talk, I know she just would have been like, Dad, 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 and
Yeah.
so and
I
then
could have just held her.
and then you would have held her, and it would have been like you're trying to run a
Distraction. Plus,
to
I'm
everybody.
drinking a little bit of rum.
Which who cares about that? I mean, I care, but I'm not worried about you holding our daughter with half a glass of rum.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was nice because every single year we typically do a meeting and a barbecue separately. And this year we combined the two. Now, what wasn't ideal was the hurricane force winds that chose to show up.
Oh my gosh. It was
The
the
day
windiest
of-
day that we've experienced
Ever.
That's non-storm
In
related.
6 years of
Yes.
being at the lake.
It is the most windiest non-storm day. And we had guests there.
Well, and even when
It was
storms
weird.
come, the wind picks up, the storm rolls in, it's there for 30 minutes, an hour,
and then it's calm.
maybe 2.
Then it's relaxed.
The whole day was windy.
whole
It was
day
like
was just-
wild.
yeah.
I mean, umbrellas, chairs, everything's blowing over. And then, of course, everyone's trying to like bring food to this meeting. So, lucky for me because I wasn't at the meeting. I thought you were going to be at this meeting till 7:00. These meetings sometimes run
Well,
long.
the last years it definitely went longer because people were just arguing. and
upset. They had
upset
things
and-
to say.
Well, and the previous president was,
A jackass.
oh my gosh. I wasn't going to say that, but
I know.
I'm trying to be like so nice and politically.
No, he's gone now. I was the one before that was like,
By the way,
let's play
it
nice.
looks like there's a contract on his unit.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe he accepted the offer.
Maybe. Because they're trying to gather up the paperwork they need.
Nice.
For everything,
Very nice.
so.
They have to ask the president of the board for the estoppel.
Well, he asked Mike,
Anyway,
which is hilarious. Yeah.
but he didn't even come to the meeting, which was wonderful. And everyone seemed to be super happy with all the changes that had been made. So it was a good meeting. But the winds were crazy. And afterwards, everyone was like running with the food, like trying to, because I guess someone was like, the storm's coming.
I know someone said it was one of the people that were newer to
Yeah.
the lake.
Yeah.
They haven't been there as long. So you could literally see a storm that's, a half mile out.
And it hits, and it's like the other day.
It'll just rain right there. Like there's a wall and you can see it, but it doesn't move.
So the other
and
day,
it goes left or it goes right.
Bree
like
and
north or
Caleb
south.
and I walked outside, and Bree was like, "Oh, I hope that's not coming this way." And like 10 minutes later, it was torrential.
When there's a train of rain coming.
Yeah, no, you
like,
can
it's a wall.
literally
like
see it.
It comes fast.
Yeah.
Like it's not, you literally looking and you're like, I think that's coming for us. And then all of us, we're just like, all right. And it's like, I mean, it's like so close sometimes and we're still picking up because it's a wall of rain.
Because
it's
you
not like
you
rain.
have time.
You have time and you can kind of
See
it. And then everyone
as it starts hitting our beach, like then run your ass inside.
Right. Yeah. It's like little rats skewering with the light,
Yes.
cockroaches with the light. But like, it's so fun because everyone's kind of caring. It's like everyone knows, okay, we need towels up, stereos up. We need tents down. Like there's only a handful of things that leave the beach. Everything else gets rained on
But
15
there
minutes
I
later,
was.
20
We had
minutes
such
later,
a
we
busy
come back
day
out.
with our guests there that like we went straight from our this is what happened. I was going to say we didn't pick up from the beach. So then the storm came. We were picking up from the meeting. And then I'm running around the beach with Abigail in one hand trying to pick up umbrellas and towels and stereos and whatever else.
Because we had guests.
But what really
And then
happened
we also needed to cook.
is that the guests were leaving. And right before they were leaving, we had all of our stuff on the beach. I stepped on a bee.
Yes.
And I got
You basically
stung.
ruined the day.
Stop.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. You didn't have to take it so personal.
How am I supposed to
I was trying to be
take
funny.
it?
You'd be like, yeah, I totally did. I stepped on a bee.
You
A dead bee.
basically-
It wasn't even a live bee.
First of all, the bee ruined the day. Okay. Second of all, this bee is stuck in the bottom of my foot. We don't need to
and
tell
I don't know what
everyone.
happened.
I don't know. It
but the
could have
stinger was
died.
in your foot.
Yes.
And I pulled it out.
So he goes,
But
brush,
typically-
he goes, brush it off. And I was standing there and I was like, hey, brush it off. I was like, you need to pull this
what's
bee off.
interesting
of
though
me.
is that when you have a bee that's alive and it stings you and kind of falls off, usually you can see the stinger and then you see like the little sac that's like pumping and it's like pumping the venom into you.
Okay.
Right? So it like totally detaches. But this didn't have that. It was just like almost looked like a piece of wood, like a thing. Matter of fact, if I hadn't saw the bee laying like 8 inches away,
It was on me.
no, the bee was on the dirt.
No, it wasn't. The bee was
but
on
you
me.
hit it because when I got there to pull it out, it was just a stinger.
Anyway, there was a bee. I think the bee died when I stepped on it. But either way,
No, the bee would have been like,
listen,
moving still.
I've never been stung by a bee before, so I was kind of panicked. And second of all, the stinger was very visible and in my foot. So I Googled it and said, can you get stung by a dead bee? Because it hurt really bad.
Yeah, and we were all talking about peeing on your foot.
He said
Like a
he-
jellyfish.
But it wasn't a jellyfish. And all the neighbors were Googling. She said her daughter got stung the other day, and this is what you need to do. The one neighbor was like, toothpaste. And the other guy,
All these old wives' tales. It blows my mind.
Well,
that
the
someone
other
put
guy-
toothpaste.
the other-
and you did put toothpaste on your foot.
because Rachel, who literally is the natural remedy queen,
And toothpaste is natural.
she looked right at me and she goes, I swear to God, go put toothpaste on your foot. And I was like, okay. I believed her. I put toothpaste on my foot. And then
She's down there. It was so funny. She's
She
going,
could have been
she goes,
like-
I bet you Becky went up there and put toothpaste on
no,
her foot.
seriously, they could have been like, okay, maraschino cherries mashed up. And you would have walked in, I would have had red all
Add
over
one
my
teaspoon of yogurt
No.
and a pinch of nutmeg.
You could have told me anything in that moment. I was like, I could
Yeah,
be
like it's Nikolai Tesla. Can tell you anything.
No, it is Nikolai Tesla. So anyway, then Mike, who's the Girl Scout leader, he was like, remember the acronym RISE. And he was like, rinse. What is it? It's like something RISE. It was like elevate your foot. Like,
Okay, end is elevate.
yeah,
So rinse,
rinse.
inspect.
Disinfect. I don't know. It was RISE, but I can't remember what it stands for.
What's S?
I don't know. Like secure, like wrap it.
We
Anyway,
got to ask him this.
so then I came up by myself, and you came up shortly after to check on me, but we didn't clear anything from the beach because you were like, "Oh, I better go make sure my wife's breathing."
Yeah, I
from
went and
the
checked
bee
on
sting."
you because I wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that you were alive and everything was okay. So
Anyway, what are you doing?
I'm looking up the rise. Rise,
It's like
acronym,
or something for when you.
medical.
Yeah.
Well, this is rheumatoid informatics system for effectiveness. Resilience in stressful events. That definitely sounds
No,
like you.
No, that's
That definitely sounds
no.
like
We'll have
something.
to ask Mike what it is.
Yeah.
It made sense at the time. Maybe the word wasn't rise. I've already.
I don't
forgotten.
know.
Good thing I don't have a Girl Scout test coming up because I would fail terribly.
I'm going to write elevate just so we can elevate. See if that is a key word.
He's really going for it. Googling.
Rest, ice, compression,
Yeah.
elevation.
That's exactly what I said.
You said rise. It's rice.
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 Okay.
Rest.
Ice.
You definitely rested.
And I iced
You
it.
iced it.
Definitely rested. I sat down for 5 minutes with ice on my foot. Elevated.
Compression and elevation.
So
Well,
everyone came
he's
back.
definitely a Girl Scout.
Everyone came. No,
I mean,
he's
Girl
a
Scout leader. Like he's a troop.
Everyone came
Scout
back.
leader.
I had ice around my foot with toothpaste on it, iced up in the air.
You did. Did you have compression?
Well, I did have an ace bandage in the house, but
I think where you went wrong was you skipped compression.
Anyway, it was sore for a few days.
You thought it was an S,
For everybody,
which was sit. I'm sitting.
everybody who has ever gotten stung by a dead bee, I feel very sorry for you. It's incredibly painful. And I did Google it, and it said, yes, a dead bee can be just as venomous as an alive bee, that the stinger is completely separate and autonomous from the live bee itself. The stinger acts on its own.
I know, but if it rips off, then the bee dies.
Well, the bee was already dead.
Yeah. And it suck that he can get you after he's gone. It's
Yeah.
like this last little joke.
Well, but you were sitting there and you were like, oh, it's dead. And I'm like, well, no, I'm stung.
I figured it was dead, but you got kind of stung. But again, I didn't see it pulsating. Trust me, when you see one, you're like, oh my gosh, look at you. Actually just want to let it keep pumping into you because you're like, wow, look at it pumping. That's really cool.
No, it was
But I'm
scary.
glad that you're okay and that you didn't have a allergic reaction or anything. I'm glad that you're alive.
Yeah, me too. Thanks.
Yeah, that your face didn't puff out.
Yeah, you. The rest of the weekend, all the kids were there. Abigail loved playing with her friends.
Oh gosh, and we also got the tropical
We found
plate.
it.
Yeah, so Mike had messaged us the
search
week
is
before,
over.
and we got this Costco special. I'll tell you what, the Costco. I don't know if you guys have seen this on social media and stuff, but like people, these social media influencers or that review products and stuff, like they'll get a free one of the things, and then they make videos to talk about it. And so I saw it. I thought, wow, I'd love to have that for the summer. It says it's at Costco, and Costco does exactly what like Lowe's does with like the skeletons, right? The big skeletons. It's like, hey, we're going to make 2,000 of these. And if you're lucky, you'll be one of the 2,000. And it creates this sense of urgency to buy it and get it. And so there was a sense of urgency created to like, oh my gosh, there's only going to be 800 of these little tropical things. I mean, it had a coconut tree with a little
and there was
thing
like
that
a
fell.
certain date that it was coming out because my parents went and looked, couldn't find it. Then we called the
Yeah, we had,
store,
like,
and
yeah.
the lady was like, "That's not out yet."
Yeah.
She was so rude. I was like, "Well, what day is it out?" And she was
Yeah.
like, "I don't know. All I can see is that we don't have it." And I'm like, "Okay, lady."
Thank you.
Yeah, super helpful.
Anyways, we got
Costco
one.
worker.
We're one of the few, the lucky, the proud. I mean, I'm proud.
To have a water.
Now I'm
table for
figuring
our
out
child.
how to hook an electric pump to it so it automatically pumps the water to fill the bucket that drops the bucket
Of
down.
course you are. Of course you
Because
are.
I feel like that would be cool.
But it was a good weekend at the lake. We're going to be there pretty much every weekend in the summer. Lots of friends come in to visit and see us, and it's
Yeah, it should be great.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
As long as there's no rats or anything. We had a rat. We had a bee sting. So this next weekend's got to be good, right?
We got rats. We got bee stings.
It's
we got-
Mother's Day coming up.
I know. It's so
So
exciting.
happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when you, is that at the end of the month?
What?
Your dad's birthday's at the end of the month.
Correct.
Okay, so there's 2 events this month.
We've talked about this.
Yes. Okay, that's awesome. Looking forward to it. We're gonna have a great time. So
Yeah. But work has been super busy. Like it is for most industries, trade show season is very similar. And I think it's just because of people's availability in general in life and weather and whatever else. But normally it's like the beginning of the summer before you get into
Right.
like true summer breaks with kids, and then picks back up in the fall before the holidays hit.
I'd be really interested to know like what everyone's talking about in the trade shows because you're around title settlement services, which is.
But I
you know,
came
home
from the large
closing.
format print world. Like what I'm saying is the season for trade shows in general for any industry is very similar.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess people don't want to do it during the holidays.
Exactly. Like if you look at
So-
and they don't want to do it smack dab in the middle of summer break when kids are home because people can't travel as easily.
Right. That makes sense.
And so it's like
So it's spring and fall. Like that's
Exactly.
your big ones, and of course,
and
no one wants to do it
spring
around
rolls
spring break.
into early summer. It's like once you hit the end of June, like nothing's happening. July and August, 4th of July, kids are home from school.
Well, the fact that we're rolling into June and it's almost halfway through the
It's
year
insane.
is blowing my mind
Yeah.
because like I feel like we just finished Christmas and we were starting and I had like all these goals and aspirations to get done by the summertime and like I haven't done it. And so I'm like, I like, what the hell am I waiting for?
Waiting
know.
for.
The thing is, you kind of just said it. Like we're really, really busy. Matter of fact, I just got on one of our team members at the print shop because there's emails and they're like, hey, we're really busy right now. We can't do this meeting. And I literally go, do not ever, ever, ever tell one of our clients that we are busy or that we cannot take work. Because when they're talking to us, they don't have the work. They're planning the work. So if we tell them we're busy, they're going to assume they can't bring that order to us. So I'm like, do not like, and I almost want to be like, like
No,
how many
that's
times do I have to
insane.
say
This is the first time hearing it, but that is absolutely insane.
100%. Like we have to, when you're a small business owner, like it's like I literally will be like, I don't care. We will find a way.
We'll outsource. We'll do something. Yeah, like
get the order.
take
Make
the
people
business
happy.
now, and
We
then
gotta get it. We gotta get
100%.
it.
Exactly.
Now even though what's crazy to me is that we just bought another big embroidery machine and we're maxed out. Like we're so maxed out on capacity. I'm like, how did
You're
they
talking
ever
about
do
the
it?
one you bought before, or you got another one?
Didn't I tell you we got another third one?
No, you didn't. You're
Of course
lying.
not. I would totally talk to you about that.
No, you wouldn't. You didn't talk to me about the last
Okay, but
one.
we are thinking about getting a folding machine.
I heard that you were looking into new machinery on the huddle this morning, and I was going to talk to you about it tonight at home.
This is why. There was something that I was like, I didn't want to bring up at the huddle because I was like, she asked me, I told her about it, and she was like, why didn't you bring that up? Like when we talked about it in the huddle, I was like, oh, because. Like,
You mean on the podcast?
I'm sorry, on the podcast. Like I don't want to bring it up on the podcast because like it would be intense.
It would have been a serious discussion.
It would have been a serious discussion.
Drop the
on
bomb.
it. And so then a time's gone by, and then it's just kind of funny right now. And I've just been so preoccupied. It just doesn't really, it's not on my radar. And then I shared it with you, and you have not let it go for days. Like it's just been like, so yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, this is why.
It's just financial expenses.
Yeah.
Life is busy. And here's the good thing. Business is picking up. Winter was like slower, but there's always stuff to do at work. You just need the revenue coming in the door to support it. And now it's like we're getting to the point where, receivables are coming in and it's great.
Yeah.
But
even in the wintertime, like we made a decision to pull from savings because we're like, hey, it's really, really slow. Let's pull from it. And whenever you pull, like especially like a 401k,
401k.
401, are you okay? 401k.
No, we're not okay.
No, I'm not okay.
Well, we were talking about a 401k.
Carl's not okay.
Carl's a mess.
Carl's a mess.
Oh my God. Summer House reference.
But you only have 60 days to put that money.
Okay, so here's the thing. We were going to borrow money. There's savings accounts, there's checking accounts, there's 401ks, there's Roth IRAs, there's regular IRAs. There's like different types of accounts that people can be holding their money in. And if it's a 401k or a IRA, apparently, I didn't know this, but once a year, you have the ability, you can take money out of different accounts at any time, but with penalty. So like, especially like if it's pre-taxed or post-taxed, depending on whether or not it's a Roth account, that penalty will differ. Some of the accounts penalize you. Like if you're going to take money out of your 401k, they might say like, okay, well, that's going to be like a 30%, and then you're going to pay on the capital gains or whatever. And you're just like, holy shit. So if you needed to take $10,000 out, you're going to, it's a small number.
Right. It's going to cost you $3,000.
Right. And you're like, well, why am I going to do that?
Right.
But anyway,
You might as well
if you take
you might as
money,
well take it all out.
you can take money out and have zero penalty. You'll still document the process of taking the money out and putting the money back in. But if you put the money back in within 60 days, then there's no penalty. And it's interesting because I found out a lot of people actually, like, maybe if they need to purchase a home, you could either have a home contingent on the sale of your other, or if you were like worried about losing it and you needed to pull a lump sum out of your retirement funds or something, that you could, and then wait those 60 days to have the sale of your other home to get the money you needed to put it back in and not lose out on an opportunity. Same with like acquiring a business, generating revenue the day that you come in the door and be like, okay, I'm going to get this business, but it's going to take me 60 days to get enough. And so, yes, we had pulled from it was actually a Roth IRA. We had pulled from the account. We had 60 days to replenish the money that we had borrowed. And I'm pretty sure the money went back in in a very creative way, like at 4:59 on the 60th day. It was down to the wire, no pun intended. We were wiring money all over the place from different accounts. And I would say it probably took us 63 days to actually replenish it because we weren't the ones that replenished on the 60th day. But anyway, it was a wild ride.
It was a wild ride.
It just goes to show, like, you know, an entrepreneur, you say it all the time, but you said it the other night where people say, they tell these sob stories and say, I remember when I was down to my last dollar or whatever.
Right.
And you're like, it's not once.
It's not once. Well, it's interesting because the reference is like there's a lot of successful companies out there and they'll tell you like where they had gotten funding, they had gotten this and they were down, they had chewed through the funding and they're down to the last little bit. And then right when they're just not going to be able to do it any longer, like something magical happens, the contract lands, a tweet goes out and sales increase, like just something happens that everything kind of explodes. And I sit there and I go, that's not, it's like, that's great for the story. It makes it sound like there's just like the one climax that happened. But the reality is that it's literally this up and down. And it's just like, and I even did a speech on it. It was like, it's like, you know, your last $5 over and over and over again.
Right.
Because a lot of times as you're getting money, you're investing back in the company. So you're not building up and creating these cushions like you should. At least, you know, I don't, right? And I know I should, but it just becomes very hard when you're trying to really do great things.
I create cushions.
You create cushions and
my cushions have cushions.
Your cushions have cushions and me.
No, I wish.
I'm just like, we're going for gold. And as long as I have a roof over my head and
that's
food,
the concern.
ramen.
What happens when the roof is no longer?
No,
over
I
there?
can't go past the roof. Like we have to have the roof. Like
No, you would if it weren't for me.
No. I actually do think in retrospect, maybe there has been one or two times when I would have sat there and I probably would have.
You would have 100% refinanced the home.
Maybe.
You absolutely would have.
I wouldn't have refinanced. I would have just got like
a HELOC
or something.
Yeah, but HELOCs are revolving. Those are freaking risky business. I'll tell you that much.
Well, here's the thing: is that one, I'm glad that I have you. We balance, and I can actually appreciate you for being like this. And I even said something to someone not too long ago, and I was like, oh yeah, like if it was just up to me, we'd be homeless. But you know, Beck protects the castle, and you know, I said something where I couldn't pry, you know, a penny from your fingertips or something. You know, if it was,
that's not true.
That's not the right analogy, but it was something along the of you being very protective of,
especially now that our daughter needs a roof.
Yeah, especially now she needs a roof. I mean, first of all, cardboard boxes could fit two of us, but it can't fit two in a toddler.
No.
Toddler needs room.
Yeah, definitely.
You could just kind of sit there.
I know.
Be like, do whatever. So.
It's wild. Speaking of having another one, this second child thing is like a wild concept to us. Yeah. We've been talking about it. Like, how do you just introduce another whole element into your life when you don't have it? And you plan on having it, it's like, oh, we're going to have a kid. And even then you don't know what to expect. Like for the first, you know, couple months when Abigail came home, I was like, so when is like this thing going to take care of herself so we can go downtown? Like, at what point do we stop having to stay home at night?
Do you realize that, well, actually, you and I actually go out quite a bit.
Yes, we do with her now. She comes out with us. But anyway, it's like you dream of this life. And now we're so busy living that life with her that understanding like what this second, you know, child looks like and the dynamic of the family is really hard to wrap our head around. But and speaking of which, like when you're pregnant with your first one, at least I was, it was like my sole focus. It's all I thought about. I was very cognizant of everything. And this time people are like, I'll see him. I haven't seen him in a couple months. They're like, how are you feeling? Right now I have a raspy throat. And I probably, if someone asked me, I'd be like, oh, a little stuffy. Like, you know, but my mind doesn't even go there. My sister said the same thing the other day. It's like, someone's like, oh, how are you feeling? It's like, fine. Why? How are you feeling? And then they're like, no, because you're pregnant. You're like, oh, right. I'm pregnant.
Right, because you're so busy.
Because you're just not thinking about it. You're so busy. And the other day,
You're like, something's kicking me.
No, seriously, but I came downstairs and I had an OBGYN appointment at 8:10
Yeah.
in the morning. And we were debating, like, when are we going to leave for the lake? What's the right timing? Blah, blah, whatever. And you were like, well, let me check my calendar to see what meetings I have tomorrow to see if we should leave today or tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And you open your calendar. It's got to be 8 o'clock, 8:02 at the time. And you were like, are you supposed to be at the doctor's right now? And I was like, oh.
And I had looked at it the night before and I was like, okay, we got the doctor's in the morning. Because I was thinking I was going to be going.
But you
but
were
then I talked
staying
to
to
myself
watch
and I was like,
Abigail.
wait a second.
Yeah.
Like, someone's got to watch Abs.
So I literally like beelined upstairs, changed my clothes, brushed my teeth. I made it to my appointment in time. And I ended up telling my doctor and she was like, I'm impressed. She's like, you got dressed and everything. You're not even in your pajamas.
We live so close to the hospital.
We do. I mean, you were like, are you really going to this thing? I was like, I think I can make it. I was running out the door.
You were pretty fast.
But talk about just distracted.
Which means that it could be done. Like it can be done.
Anything can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were with our friends, this weekend, and it's crazy because they're 45 minutes from the hospital.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I don't know what I'd do in that situation.
No, it's going to an appointment is a
concept.
trip.
Yeah.
Like a
But
day
not
trip,
only
like a
that,
half-day
like when
trip.
the actual baby's coming, it's like your water breaks and you're just like, let's get in the car for an hour-long journey. Like, no way.
Yeah, that could be kind of scary.
I'd be getting a hotel for 3 weeks before I was expected.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I would just get a house next to the hospital.
Airbnb.
Yeah. Who knows? Luckily I have a house next to the hospital.
Yeah,
So.
I know. It's interesting because I think in that regard, you and I could be spoiled. We could be spoiled with certain things, and we've kind of set a standard for ourselves.
Well, all
I don't know
things.
if we can.
Speaking of trade show season, so we've got a client. We help facilitate all of their events, and it has been crazy, and it's hard to plan. Like there's so much discussion around investment versus return on investment, which shows you go to, and there's so many variables that play a part. But what I was gonna say is I'm shipping a lot of items to get to these shows,
Right.
And it was like, oh, well, if you want this new girl to help you ship stuff, you could meet up with her, give her all the things, give her the direction and the shipping labels for both. And it's like, no, thank you. I can walk to UPS around the corner, and I'd rather not do those things that will take me 2 days,
Right.
versus walking down the street
Like,
because it's
literally,
so
it's
convenient for me.
Literally not
2
even
blocks.
100 yards.
I put the boxes on the stroller and I go. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy how convenient everything is. And so, but conference season, it is interesting. It's like,
You could have invited her over to help you pack in the garage.
yeah, no.
Yeah. No, we actually had the ultimate helper.
Abigail?
No.
Oh, my dad.
G-Dog.
Oh, he helped with the baskets. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
We
yeah.
packed some baskets. Yeah. Yeah. Abigail, she's helpful.
She's the basket destroyer.
Yeah, I was going to say, she's just taking the items out of what you've done. And
She's like, this is really good. Let me show you how you, let me watch you put it back real quick. So
she did that this morning to my mom.
Did
They
she?
had all the animals out. They put them all away. And my mom was like, wow, you could even close the box. And in one fell swoop, she picked up the box, shook it. Everything
everywhere.
flew everywhere. And my mom was like, oh, wow, we just put all those
that
away.
toy is the toy that I hate the most.
He doesn't like, Chris does not like barn animals. He has trauma from his past
I do. I'd like to.
with farm animals.
I'd like to just. I'd like to think that there's just no farm animal.
Abigail really likes
She loves the farm animal.
her farm animal toy.
And I do it for her, but the Tony has the Tony has the cow, the horse, and the pig, and I sing the songs and everything else. But I mean, heaven forbid if we like had those other 10 animals, I'd be like, look,
Moo.
moo like a cow.
Oh my gosh. What else do we got going on here?
I
Oh,
don't know. We're actually really, it's very exciting times over at homeinspections.com. I'm at this point where, I mean, Maria knows this because I keep talking about how I need to start doing the social thing and just making content about home inspections and getting a home inspection and driving content. But it takes so much to do that. And we're already doing daily stuff for other brands. And to do one more thing, but then also have it be the one time where it's just like me and the phone and then like uploading it. I've even wrote scripts. I've got content, and it is a lot. But like we can onboard and this is crazy, but I could say unlimited inspectors into our platform. Like we have onboarding inspectors down. What we have to do is we have to sell inspections. Like we have to finesse that. And we're spending money and we're getting clicks, we're getting exposure. And like I have the team, like now that I'm like, okay, why would someone not order on the website? Well, look at the heat maps. Okay, let's change this. Let's change the verbs. Let's change this. Like I'm almost in this frenzy of how do I get people that we're now paying to drive to it to order something?
Well, and we think, just like many smaller industries, the in-person interactions are helpful. I was packing baskets for a client the other day and we were like, well, maybe we need to do like, in-person deliveries of baskets and swags and branding to like be top of mind and have a conversation, just like brand awareness, to let them know like, hey, you can use this platform or push your inspections through here or deliver them or whatever. And so, yeah, we were just talking about that this morning on how to get that together.
And we're going to be doing custom phone numbers for everyone. So before we were going to use the client's phone numbers for the Google business listing. But now what we're going to do is we're going to purchase the numbers through Twilio. Then through Twilio, we can also record the conversations. We can use AI to extract the data. And if it's an address, we can put the address and build out the calls and the addresses that we're talking about.
It's
and
amazing.
the pricing. And then use that to figure out like what people are talking about and if the prices are too high or too low.
Yeah. The tools that existed even years ago, like Gong was one of them, like the sales tools and phone recording tools. Like now AI takes notes like everywhere and here's your conversation and summarizes your conversation. But I mean, gosh, 5 years ago, Gong existed and it would listen to conversations and sales calls and it would literally be like, oh, here's some of the keywords or topics of conversation that this person had with a successful call where they like closed the deal. Here's some negative words or connotations that are associated with a phone call where it didn't end in a sale or whatever. And and then you can.
I've never heard of Gong before.
Really?
Yeah.
Like right now is the first time you're hearing about it?
It's the first time I've ever heard of Gong.
Oh.
When you said Gong, I'm thinking Gong.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's supposed to be a really robust, great sales tool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And those are going to go away. Like there's a company I just told you about.
That's amazing. And their business is dying. Is this what you were just about to say?
What I was going to say is
the
I just read an article.
business?
Yeah, there's a $14 billion education
sad.
company that its stock, so it's plummeted from about a $15 million valuation down to $200 million. And it's pretty much going to go out of business because it used to help with like test taking and, homework and practice tests and whatever. But you get that all for free with AI, or a basic subscription.
And how insane, because the company grew to its current valuation over the course of 5 years? Like it exploded.
Well, yes, I think post COVID, like a lot of companies, like Zoom,
virtual,
like Zoom exploded. Like if I had Zoom shares, I've been like after COVID hit and shares shot up, I'd be like sell because
it won't be as popular again.
Event.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Black Swan event happened, and I think the people who experience that and go through that, they think they're going to keep riding the high. So I guess what I would always say to you, same thing with like what's that? The cycle, the thing you ride with the computer, you do like a cycling. Peloton. It shot up because all these people
the fact
bought
that
Pelotons.
that was like a really bad game of categories, like
charades.
Yeah.
Is it called categories or charades?
Charades.
Yeah, it's like you enact it and you got it, but you got it. I give you enough keywords: biking, computer. So they shot up in value, and then they crashed, and then there was whatever. So I just read another report saying that it is jet ski Armageddon right now. Like the amount of jet skis and boats that are being repoed, is the highest it's ever been.
People just can't afford it.
Can't afford to have these toys.
Well, and no one wants. We've actually had a couple of friends who've got big boats. The best kind of friends to have.
Absolutely.
But
I hope you're listening.
Both of them actually just sold their boats, but selling a boat.
Oh gosh, yeah. And one of my best friends growing up, they just sold their boat.
That's who I'm talking about.
And I thought you were talking about.
There's two friends. I said we've got a couple of friends.
Okay, two sets of friends. Yes, yeah. And they just sold theirs. And I messaged him. He didn't respond back. And I said, "Is today the second best day of your life?" because they always say the two best days of your life, the day you buy a boat, the day you sell a boat.
Right.
You know,
But our other friends, their boat was listed for sale for,
a while.
a long
Their
time.
boat was a considerably amount too. So
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you buy these items because you have the money to afford it. Now, these people aren't selling the boat because they can't afford it. They're selling their boats because they want a nicer one.
it's true.
Or a different one.
Well, one, their son grew up and went to
The one couple,
plays professional soccer.
Yeah.
And so, they're like just not getting out as much as they did before. And so for them, it's just a natural thing of just life.
Right.
The other ones were just
Prioritizing your time.
Yeah.
The other ones wanted a different one.
wanted a different boat. Yeah.
But regardless, it's crazy. Like you have these assets that you purchase, and I'm repoing a jet ski. That's interesting.
yeah.
What do they do? Just sit them in a lot and then resell them to someone else? Like
Yeah,
where do
they just
go?
enter. Yeah, I don't know, but I just know that there's a lot that are coming down the pipe.
So should we be looking for repossessed?
upgrades? No, because we have our stuff, paid off, and it's
I
just,
know I shouldn't
it's
even say
just-
that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
for what we've wasted in some things, I sit there and I go, golly, could I have like brand new boat? Could I have this? Could I have that? I just want to punch myself sometimes.
What?
Yeah, just because I'm
Such
like
a weird thing to say.
Well, I'm just saying, like you when you sit here and you're like, I spent money, but we haven't realized the returns today.
Yeah, but we will.
But it's we're going to see it a couple of years from now, so I can get discouraged sometimes because I can go, oh, you know what? Instead of buying this machine, I could have bought something else.
Right.
You know.
Well, and that's what I
Would've
was
brought me
talking
more
about.
joy.
We've gone over, but that's the event. You've never let me get to my point with events, but from a business perspective, it's so hard because it's like you're investing money in people going to these events.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, last minute, someone got sick. It was kind of a smaller event where only one or two people needed to work the event. And all of a sudden, you're trying to find somebody that can go. And everyone was like either on the road or unavailable, and you're 24 hours away from a show where you've spent the money for a table and a booth space. It was the same thing for us. It was like we had an employee that left the company, and then we thankfully had pretty much gotten through trade show season.
No,
But
we
it's
didn't.
like
we had a bunch, but I kept waiting to
Commit to
invest
them.
because
no.
one,
But what I'm saying is we didn't have anything that we had
Chad was looking
invested
after
in.
me.
Yeah, but it's like. It's such a decision to say, like, yes, I'm going to be at this event. Yes, I'm going to send these people. I'm going to invest in it. And we're going to hope to get a return on investment, whether that comes in 3 months, 6 months, or a year.
Yeah.
Where do you find it being worth it? But what's the worst case scenario is if you pay for the event, you've made the commitment, you can't get your money back.
No,
and then all of a sudden you don't have anyone to work the event, or you're not, then you're the CEO of the company going to stand at a 6-foot table booth by yourself. And you're like,
and I have done that, and I will do that. Like,
well, you're going to New
seriously?
York, and
I'm going to New York. I'm working the dusted booth.
know.
Who am I going to, first of all, when you're the owner, you are most likely the best representative for your company. Because one, you make the key decisions,
you
you
better
care
hope
about it.
you
and
know the
life
product's
and
the
death
best.
of the
Yeah.
of the entire brand. Is
here's
you.
the thing too, you're the decision maker. So if someone comes up to you to have a discussion about anything, you
Well,
can give them an answer right then and there.
And
you know,
it's the same thing. Like we could hire a salesperson to do these sales calls for homeinspections.com, but I'm doing them. And I'll tell you what, there's a big difference when I sit there and go, I'm the owner. Like you're talking to the owner. I'm recruiting. I'm building my company. I'm talking to you. And so they sit there and they're like, awesome. Like
Yeah,
there's
this person
versus
cares.
just
Yeah.
a salesperson that's there. And it's just like, yeah, hey, my name's John. I'm going to educate you guys. And like, well, where's Chris?
Right.
You know, like, oh, he's out playing golf.
well, and
or
the
on
other
boat.
aspect
Like,
of it
no
is
one
that
wants to join that company.
you're getting firsthand customer feedback.
I am, and I'm making the changes because
Based on
I run the
that.
product,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't actually have it any other way.
No. Well, eventually, as companies grow, you
No,
find
we'll get to the
someone
point.
who becomes the owner of that product line and cares just as much as you because they're a professional.
Oh
who-
gosh! And on our software side, we have that. Thank
Yeah,
the Lord. Like we
yeah.
have great team members.
Yeah.
Literally across this company, I feel very blessed.
We are.
Which I talk about in the huddle. Like I try to give everyone. It's hard. I don't know about you, but it's very hard. Like do you when you guys watch me at the huddle, do you notice that I'm trying to think of people's names? Does it come across?
Well, I mean, we have one girl in the company who knows everybody's name and everybody's life. And so you don't brainstorm for more than 2 seconds before Megan's like, Rashid, Hashim.
I know.
She's like
and the
right
funny
there.
thing was like I did that actually this morning. I was like I couldn't think of the name because we have a lot of like Rashids, right? Like we have a lot of Hamzas. Like I think like 4 people's name's Hamza.
Muhammad.
Muhammad, right? So like we have
an overseas
we have
office, and a lot of them have similar first
very
names.
similar names, and so it can make things hard. As a matter of fact, I typically it's like, hey, you're the first Hamza, so you get to be Hamza. Everyone else, it's like that's not my name. It's like yeah,
stop.
but you're John.
We don't need to speak in a voice.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I can speak however I want to speak.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not making, because here's the reason why. I'm not making fun. I'm getting into the part. I'm an actor. I'm living it.
No, but
I'm
literally.
passionate about it. The passion's pouring out
and we
of me.
have passionate employees, but it's so funny because this is we'll be going through the huddle or whatever. We think we've got everything covered, and then you'll be like in the middle of talking about something else, and the one girl will pipe up, Megan, and she'll be like, "Excuse me, you missed someone's birthday."
Well, it's funny
Excuse me, this person had a child last week. You didn't celebrate that?
She has earned the title of company historian, and it is literally like she's got a memory like you, like just like if you were sitting here.
I do have a
you guys have
phenomenal
wicked
memory.
memories,
Yeah.
and so we kind of count on her. Now people are just like, I don't need to remember. Megan was there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Just if
And
you have
so
anything
she'll
important
know.
happening in life, which is funny because we did have a client the other day, and I just told this to her face, who you were at home leaving the house, you were
Yes.
on the phone, and you were walking out
They
the
were
door,
having
and this would be the
issues.
last thing we say. And they were like, hey, we were supposed to have a meeting. Half the team didn't show up. What happened? And you were like, well, that's really weird. I didn't have it
Yeah.
on my calendar. Like, and they were like,
And
well,
I talked to Megan this morning. So if it was on our calendar,
that's what you said. And you were like, it was not on her radar. And they were like, well, word on the street is she was the one facilitating it. So you hang up the phone, and I was like, not a chance.
there's
in
not a chance in hell. If
Did Megan
Megan
miss that
if
meeting?
she's in charge of doing something before you're even done with the call,
It's done.
shit's popping up in your Slack, in your email, in your calendar events.
If she knew
your
the
Jira
meeting was
boards.
happening,
It's already
she would have
happening.
already checked that everyone had replied and said yes, they were going to be there, or the meeting wouldn't have even taken place in the
Yeah,
first
exactly.
place. Like,
and by the way, like they did this other meeting, and I was like, I messaged the owner. I was like, hey, I'm not sure if your guy dropped the ball. I have not got it's like I got a super important meeting for them. I was like, I have not got an invite. And so he goes, oh, let me check on that. Well, the guy he called me Matt. So it was Matt at Utilisoft. And it was kind of like, so weird. Like,
Matt?
yeah. Because they have a Matt on
We
their team.
have an employee named
Yeah,
Matt.
but it's a Matt on their team.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, you ready to call it a day?
We've really chatted our little heads off today.
I think we got some steam, which I'm surprised because we're both operating on like no sleep.
we
So we are operating this business on literally like 4 hours. You probably operate 4 hours. So
No,
you're on like 2 hours maybe.
No, I am. We're going on day, I want to say 10 or 12 of 4 hours, and I'm sick. I've reached
I
my.
am literally I'm kind of like I need my 8 hours.
You do, and you are not getting it.
I am not coming
Our
close
little
to getting
one
it.
is a party animal at night.
She is a party animal.
Yeah, we'll leave it at
Party,
that.
party,
I hope she's not in the mood to party tonight.
I know. Let's get some sleep.
See
All
you
right,
guys.
we'll see you later.